Well, we got some breaking news here today at FloRacing. The announcement was made. Five-time World 100 winner, Jonathan Davenport. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm sure you're stoked. A cup driver for April 9th at Bristol on dirt. JD, I got to ask you, how exciting, how humbling is it to get this opportunity to race with the Cup boys in Bristol?
It's just like, some always everybody says you just can't put it in words. It's definitely a great opportunity, something, I've dreamed about since I was a little kid, but I always thought my opportunity had passed, given my age and everything, and my financial stature, I guess, not being able to make it in that world. But I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity that Kaulig Racing and Nutrient Ag has given me to race on Sunday.
Yeah, you're going to be racing for Kaulig Racing. I think you're going to be number 13. Is that correct?
A green and white number 13. That's right.
All right, you're like a superstitious guy. I know it's green. Are you okay with that? You're not supposed to wear have green on your car. That's like a dirt, old legendary folklore, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've had green on my cars for the last 5 years with
I
Nutrient
know.
Ag, and we've had a good relationship and a good go at it so far. So I'm not worried about it.
All right, so how did this deal come together? I'm sure Nutrient Ag probably had a big, help into this. Just take us through the steps and process of how this all came together.
I really don't know the beginning process of it, but I know that back it was probably in October, maybe even before that, August, September, October, somewhere in there. I don't remember, but Steve, our sponsor through Nutrient Ag, Steve Martin, me and him was texting back and forth. And he asked me what I was doing on a certain weekend, and it was only like two weekends away, and we kind of like just started talking about other things. And he said he had an idea about me trying to run a Cup car at Bristol, and I'm like, I got cross threaded, and I thought he was talking about like 2 weeks. I'm like, no, there's no way. Like I'm not physically, mentally ready to go race for the Cup guys in 2 weeks. He's like, no, you idiot. I'm talking about next year. So that's how it all started. And we just continued to talk with it and work through all the processes, and got to go to the Roval with a colleague there and watch AJ win there in the Xfinity race. And then we got to go to Daytona, and I got to hang out with them there. And it's been a real pleasurable experience so far.
Have you tested at all, or is this just going to be, we're going to put JD in there? He's raced dirt before. He'll be fine. I mean, you'll be okay. It's only one of the most famous NASCAR racetracks in the entire country, if not the world.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few laps there on dirt, but no, no, with I guess all the stipulations of NASCAR and their testing limitations, we're not going to get to go test. I'm going to get to go to the GM simulator and at least try to get a few laps that way. I'm sure they do a great job there, and I've heard really good things about it. But I got to go to the shop a couple of weeks ago and get fitted in the car and had to move the pedals around for a little bit. I'm a pretty big guy, but we got everything fitting pretty well, and just getting more and more excited about it.
Yeah, what is the one thing, if I said, JD, what are you most excited about? You would say?
I just getting to race on Sunday. That's like I said, it's kind of been a dream for a long time, but I'm as excited I am about it. I'm also that nervous, really, just because I want to do well, for my friends, family, and fans, and I feel like all the old dirt late model world will be watching. So I'm hoping to represent everybody well.
And you're going to Bristol. You got to race it on the late model side. That place is just immaculate. It's a coliseum. Just people who haven't been there, they've only seen it on TV. Just describe that place because it is unreal, and just that scenery around it with the mountains and stuff like that is a spectacle.
It really is. It's a very unique place, being in the mountains of Tennessee there, and then just the racetrack itself, being like the Coliseum. You're down in the hole once you're on the racetrack. The track looks very narrow just because how wide and tall the bleachers are. When they put dirt on it, you got all those aluminum bleachers around you, and then you got the dirt. So it actually actually looks narrower than it is once you get out racing on it. So it's going to be an awesome event. There was a lot of people there last year, and hope there'll be a few more in the stands this year.
Yeah, and hopefully wearing some JD Superman gear. You can go to his website and order some T-shirts if you make your way down there to the Bristol race. A couple few things here. Do you think like with this crossover the last couple years with like Kyle Larson, William Byron, all these guys going to the dirt world and vice versa, do you think maybe this opportunity wouldn't have come around if that didn't happen here the last couple years? Because I really think both sides, NASCAR and dirt racing, fans, drivers are paying attention to both of them.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that definitely that helped the situation for sure. It couldn't hurt, and all those guys are the best in the business, best drivers in the world. So we just lucky for the opportunity to go over in their world and
Yeah.
see if we can compete with them.
I'm just saying Larson won his first time in a late model. I think you should win first time in a NASCAR.
Yeah. I had to get him talked into leaning the seat to the left a little bit, so maybe he'll give me a few pointers for the Cup car.
All right, what's your expectation? What does JD want to accomplish? Or is just I know you like to win, no doubt. Or is it just like, man, this is surreal. My one goal is to make it on a Sunday, but when I enter that arena, I want to win this son of a gun. Top 10. What do you want to do? Spoil the party, I think.
Of course, we want to win, but we got to be realistic with our expectations. And I said those are the best drivers in the world, so we're gonna go in with open mind. I really don't have any expectations. Obviously, I want to do as well as I can. I want to finish the race. I want to just be in the race at some point and just have fun and be able to make it a memorable moment.
Okay, you have to give me credit though. I have good reporting skills because I texted you. I said I put two to two together with this photo of this crew chief. You're wearing a nice button up to a NASCAR race. I kind of like I figured this out pretty good. You had to be impressed with my reporting investigating skills.
Yeah, you was pretty good. You was definitely sniffing around a few questions there, trying to get the scoop, but we was trying to keep it quiet as
Yeah,
long as possible. There was a few people that knew about it just because some questions I had to ask and
right.
a few things that we had to get pushed through. So it's definitely been exciting, and it's definitely been hard to keep quiet.
All right. Just I was gonna have that last question, but I just came to my mind. Just how do these cars do you think is gonna drive for dirt for you? Because I mean, I feel like it's kind of harder a little bit. I think last year it might have been a little softer and more mud was spraying out. But how do you think these things are going to race? Do you think it's going to be like kind of like a street stock or more like you have no idea? I'm just going to kind of wing and just test and see how it feels.
Yeah, I really have no idea. I feel like it's going to be like driving a big piece of lead with slick tires on it. I really don't know. We'll just have to get out there and see. I'll try to make the best of it. I know that the speed part of it won't be no more because I think we go around there like 5 seconds faster than what the Cup cars did.
That's wild.
So that I'm not worried about that part of it, but just I'm sure they're very technical and just everything about the Cup cars are going to be different with a digital dash and the synchronized shifters and just eh, from the feel in the steering wheel to the feel in my seat is going to be all totally different. So I gotta adapt my driving style and see if I can talk my feet, my hands into playing well with one another and see if we can go around that place pretty fast.
I can speak from the bottom of my heart. I'm very happy for you. I think this is badass for dirt late model racing to have one of the best drivers of all time in our sport competing at Bristol. Good luck, JD. Fans, if you're paying attention when you see this video, April 9th at Bristol, the 13 car, Kaulig Racing. Kaulig Racing, he's ready to go. JD, thank you for breaking this news with us, and I hope you have a good run. Maybe a W is in the foreseeable future. I like it.
I sure hope so. At least we get plenty of practice. Normally we get 3 laps, so we get a couple practice sessions and some heat races. And like I said, I'm just beyond grateful for this opportunity from Kaulig Racing and Nutrient Ag Solutions and Lance Landers and all my guys for giving me this opportunity and letting me go do this. And obviously my wife and my son Rachel and then all my family. And thanks to all the fan support and hope to see you April 9th.